rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop.
So what you guys didn't see in my Decorate With Me video is my Christmas village, which I put up every single year, but I don't have it at my apartment in LA, of course, because I have no storage. So I usually put it up, whoa, the fire just popped and crackled everywhere. I usually put it up here at my grandma's house. So I think we should do that together and show you like how I do it, how I set it up, what the buildings are, and then I'll show you like the final product. Let me show you the fire really quickly. It's really beautiful. The fire is roaring, as you just heard it pop. And then the beautiful mantle here, the Christmas tree. So let's go downstairs and set the village up. We're in the basement, and usually I have my village right here in the little corner underneath the staircase, but the chest that has usually been there was given away to my aunt. So I was thinking of like mocking up something to kind of create a table, but seems a little unsturdy, so I am going to put it on this table right here, which will also be more out in the open and beautiful, even though I kind of liked how it was nestled underneath the staircase. These two are village boxes. So I'm gonna pull these over here and we're gonna start building. Here are my village pieces all put together. I kind of organized it to have more of the accessories in this bin with the snow that goes on the base and like the bricks and all that, and then each individual accessory pieces go in here, like the little people, the little gazebo stand, the ice skating rink, and then these over here are the bigger, bulkier buildings and a few more accessories on top of the rest of the building. So let's start putting this up. And for the people who want to mention that I use my hands a lot in my videos, I'm a hand talker. I can't help it. It's how I express myself. So the first thing we're going to do is put the base down, which is snow, because I want my Christmas village to be filled with snow. So I have this like velvety fleece sheet that has some sparkles on it, and we're gonna just lay this down over the table. Now we are going to roll out the streets. So you can buy this from Michael's, and it's just like a long piece that you can cut up, make into individual sidewalks. I kind of like just to make it the full entire town square setup. So I don't know, this is a different table, so I'll have to play around with how I like it. You can get this in brick style, and I think they have one other style if you're looking for something other than like this cobblestone look. Now I pull out one of my biggest pieces, which is my ice skating rink. I'll start to work around this piece and create the village because of the placement of this item. Apologies in advance for the lighting. I can't do much. It's the basement. So I'm going to start working on the center of my town square. That's the heart of my village. Some villages have different layers and tiers, which eventually I would like to get to, but I'm trying to just keep it as is for now because this isn't my home and I don't want to keep storing things in someone else's home that's not my own. Eventually, I'm hoping to at least add a tier or a hill into my village to just add dimension, but for now I just have a one layer village, which I really love and I'm really proud of, and I collect these items throughout the years. I buy at least one or two things. I actually didn't buy anything this year because if I don't love a piece, I'm not gonna just buy it. In the beginning, I did that and I just started to accumulate things that I wasn't like super excited to bring out. So now I'm very selective with what I buy, and these pieces are expensive because I buy from Department 56. There are some people who love to buy the Lamex stuff, and I also love Lamex. I have two buildings from them, but Lamex has different dimensions than Department 56. I'm going to build the heart of the town now and put on a Hallmark movie so I can feel like I'm creating my own little Hallmark on a table here. The center of the town is done, and I'm going to put up my church next. And like I told you, I have a few pieces from Lamex, but most stuff is from Department 56. But this piece is really beautifully done when it's lit up. This lights up and everything, so you'll see that. I'm going to put this up, and then I'm going to start putting up the houses around it. The church is up, and so is the manger, and now I'm going to start breaking out the buildings. Well, this is a building, but the houses. along really nice. It's starting to feel like my little tinsel town. That's what the name of my village is. Everyone who has a village has to name it. And I feel like these houses are so close in proximity. They probably cost just as much as LA and probably get just as much yard as you would get in LA. So we're right on brand here. So I'm going to sprinkle in some of the restaurants and start adding in some of the accessories, and then we're gonna be pretty much done. Honestly, I have such a rhythm to the village chaos that it is so quick for me to put up my village. Every town has to have somewhere to eat. Here's one of my restaurant buildings. I don't have too many restaurant buildings. I would like to eventually collect more and create more of a town center and then a separate neighborhood. But for now, I just have a few of these buildings. So I'm gonna go break out my sub shop, my gas station, and finish putting those up. So the sandwich shop is up. I'm going to show you everything. Don't worry, I'm not like telling you and then not going to show you. I just wanted to be a nice big reveal at the end if you haven't seen it already. These are a little bigger than the buildings, you will see. And then also up here, I have some more accessories that I need to disperse throughout the town. I have to say that if you're starting a village, it's so important to add little details, because if you don't want to splurge right away on big pieces, little accessories can really jazz up your village, and they're much more affordable than a huge building. My dad is helping me place my accessories. He has a really good eye for that, and this is kind of a different platform than I'm used to, so we have to move a few things around. So these trees I wanted to share with you because they are super affordable at Michael's. They create a nice cozy feel. They'll take up space if you feel like you don't have enough village items already. You know, it's a slow process. You build them up over time. So definitely go pick some of these up. They have so many different sizes and it's a great space filler. What I was trying to explain is, even though that this is Department 56, these are also Department 56. Look at the proportion difference. That is massive and that's not. And that's what you're gonna get with Lamex. So actually maybe it is better to go with the Lamex people. They're just not as defined as the Department 56 ones. I almost fell over and hurt his ankle. But what'd you say about putting these up?
No bueno.
He said you shouldn't even put these up. Well, no, you called it something.
They make everyone look like Lilliputians.
It's a Lilliputian.
Gulliver's Travels.
What is that?
Look it up.
My dad's putting the finishing touches on my village, and then we're going to light the tinsel town up. In the meantime, I wanted to share with you this dollhouse that I just found out my grandpa, who I call Doll, made for my Aunt Jennifer. So down here, it's called the Pretty Penny House. And then up here, of course, he put the penny at the top, and it's a super old penny. It says 1 penny 1983. And so you open up the sides like this, if my camera would ever focus. There we go. So he carved some things. Most things in here he also bought as well, but he did all the wallpaper, all the flooring, carved out all of the walkways. Really cool. Like, what a real dollhouse compared to the ones they have now, or just even as I was a kid. This is beyond realistic looking to me. I just thought it was really cool. I wanted to share with you. This is probably why I have my love for miniature things. Look at that chandelier, little fireplace in there. What is above the fireplace? Oh wow, look at that painting. This is nicer than my studio apartment. This is a living room of some sort, maybe a kitchen. And then you have the downstairs hallway area. And then this is a big open space. I don't know where the pieces are, but I was just telling my dad this is probably where I got my love for miniature things, and my village reflects a lot of this dollhouse. So I thought it was really cool to learn that my grandpa actually made it, and I had no idea. It sat here all these years. I just thought it was my aunt's and someone gave it to her, but I thought that was really special and I wanted to share with you guys if you are interested. I know this isn't like a cool girl vlog type of thing, but it's nostalgic and special to me, and that's what makes me me. So there you go. I actually found some of the pieces in the closet over there. So here's the fireplace. So talented. He has a little workshop down here in the basement, or had. He's no longer with us, but I still feel him in spirit. These little chairs, there's a couch in there, corner cabinet. Oh my gosh, this looks like the corner cabinet that my grandma used to have in her kitchen. Wow, That's really neat. And a table, and then what is this? What are these called? Buffet tables? So that's pretty fun. I love this. I love that I found out about this as I'm putting up the village. What are the odds? I proudly present my 2020 Tinseltown. Grab a cup of something hot and cozy because I'm gonna take you through a walk of Tinseltown. So here we're in the heart of the town square, if you will, and we have this town tree. I love this piece. This is one of my favorite pieces. We have the people sitting on the benches right after they finish Christmas shopping, and then over here you have a little family, a little person looking at the tree, and then you have another little person, if you can see him, right there spying through the gate and in awe of the Christmas tree. My dad did that this year and I thought it was a really cute touch. So I love this little center. I think it brings the whole town together, as well as the gazebo behind it. At first I didn't have this tree. I just had the gazebo as the heart, but I really think the dimension of the front tree with the gazebo in the back just creates a beautiful town square. Here's the gazebo up close. You have some little trees on the side that are lit up, and then if you get really close inside here, you have two people cheersing to a Merry Christmas and hopefully a Happy New Year. And as we pull out of the town square here, let's go over to the right and check out the first building. Right here we have Bob's One Stop Truck Stop. This is a really cute piece. So it's a full service station. You have the garland, you have the little wreath on the door. It says open for service, a little gas pump right here, honk to open for service. This little sign says Bob's Xmas trees. Sorry, the focusing is going in and out. A little fire hydrant, and then right here my dad put a little, I guess it's a little fence post with some animals and a nice little bottle brush tree at the end to cap it off. I just love miniature stuff. I don't know why it makes me so happy, but it really, really does. It's so fun. And then here is the first house. This house is really beautiful. It has the snow detailing on the top of the house. This line is from the Snow Village line. That's mostly where I get all of my buildings. And then you have the monstrous people up here shoveling snow in front of the home. Two little trees that are potted, and the little wreath on the window. Back here you have another home. I'm not quite sure what style house this is. Is it a Tudor house? I'm not sure, but I think it's so cute, very regal. You have the wreaths, you have the little bushes in front of the large open window. It's very inviting. My dad put a little mail post out front, and I just think it looks really nice next to this house right here. And then all the way in the corner, this house is called Grandma's house, and as you can see we have Grandma here. This is another one of the disproportionate figurines that is way too large. Like this grandma is not fitting inside of the door in her house. I just wanted to show you how cute. And then if you get really close up into the window here, you see a little Christmas tree inside, the fire is going, then you have little Christmas presents in there. That detailing is everything to me. I think details are so important, and having that in the window, and it's 3D. It's not just like a painted window pane. It's really in there, and you can see it all around. It's so cute, and it's such a sweet touch. Let me put Grandma back in front of the house here. Then over here you have a little welcome mat sign, and my dad put another figurine on the side. And then you also have little figurines right here, and they're making a little igloo penguin. It lights up. And then these little trees right here have some little birdies hidden in them, little red robins with some snow on them. All right, so let's pull back out to the front of the village and show you the church. I really love this piece. This is Lamex, not Department 56. I think the stained glass window is breathtaking, so beautiful. I'm in awe of the architecture of churches. I just think they're so special. They just create such a good feeling when I see such a beautifully well done church. You have the Christmas adornments on the top, some trees on the side. This says it is the Cedar Creek Church. And then I put a little manger out front that was sold separately so that it could go along with the church, because typically where I'm from, they always put a manger out on the side of the church and the front of the church, and I just thought it was a nice little touch to represent what Christmas is all about. So we're gonna pull out here and go back into the center of the town. These are little lampposts that I also think add such nice dimension. It's hard to hide the wires, so I had the wires hidden underneath here, but you know, people, if you check out their villages, they create little holes. They get very intricate. Luckily, I don't have too many wires that I have to hide, but that is just a little tip for anyone who wants to create a village. So we're gonna go over here to, let's start with, oopsies, I dropped a tree. So let's pull over to the left side. We have Amy's Pancake House. This is also a Lamex piece. And then inside of here, you have actual little figurines enjoying their pancake dinner or breakfast. I love breakfast for dinner. And you have another little family over here. So if you can see the difference between the Lamex and the Department 56, this is a little more waxy, a little unfinished compared to something that is more ceramic, like the little gazebo over here. It's just a little cleaner. The paint is more fine. It just has more details to it. Both can work together because I have both in my village, but it's really your preference and what you like and what your budget can afford. In front of the little gazebo here, we have the Snow Village Gazette. Thought that was really cute. And then on the actual little gazebo, I guess this is a kiosk. This is a kiosk, not a gazebo. On the kiosk, it says sleigh rides, warm blankets, and hot cocoa. You have this little piece hanging off with some poinsettias hanging there in the little planter, and then on the side here it says holiday sleigh rides closed for Christmas. I just think it's so cute with the garland going all around it. I love this piece so much. And again, this is an accessory piece, so it is quite larger, but it's still considered to be an accessory. So if you feel like the buildings are way too expensive, maybe go with the larger accessory pieces to start off with. Now let's pan over to another one of our restaurants. It's the Hot and Cold Sandwiches, the sandwich shop. Ryan's parents got this for me, and I think it's so great because who doesn't love a nice quality hot sandwich on a cold day? You have a little nutcracker in front, which I added because this one didn't have too many Christmassy details. Actually, it doesn't have any Christmassy details at all. No snow on it. So I added a little nutcracker. Now, when we pan over to the right, this is one of my favorite houses. One of the first pieces I ever got for my village. This is from the Department 56 Snow Village line. This little accessory right here, I believe is from Lamex. I can't remember. But what is really cute about this piece is you have this little sleigh right here. And it has a little detail of the S on the side for Santa. You have the little reindeer out here waiting because Santa is just over here in this window. You can see him right here. He is peering at the Christmas tree, putting in the presents. And it's really, really cute. And then over here on the front porch, you have a little sled and a welcome mat and two skates hanging, the snow on top. It's just a really beautiful piece. And then if you go over here, the last house is really beautiful. It has that same, I guess, Tudor vibe that we were calling the other houses. And it's so detailed. It has the garland hanging. It's just a really, really classic looking house. And my dad put this little bird bath with, it looks like water, real water, but it's not. And a little bird sitting there sipping on it and watching one of the main pieces over here, which is my ice skating rink. And this is one of the first pieces that I ever got because the person who influenced me to make a village of my own is the Verschow family, and they had this beautiful ice skating rink that I used to just stare at when I was younger and think, one day I'm gonna have my own village, and here it is in all its glory. The little people get a little stuck when they go around because of the magnet. I might have to end up getting a new little ice skating rink soon, but look how mesmerizing it is to just watch them go around and around, and I think they're so cute. They're so fun. And the last thing I have here, accessory wise, is this town square clock. And I thought that was just like a nice classic. You know, there's some classic pieces to towns, and I feel like a big old clock is one of them. You can hear how loud my ice skating rink is. Typically that's not supposed to happen, but it's pretty old. I've had this village since I think 2014 is when I first started. It's been really fun to just build throughout the years and create a little town of my own with the things that catch my attention and just make me happy, I'm obsessed. I'm gonna give you guys one last little look, and I'm actually gonna go turn off the lights so you can see it at night. But I hope you guys enjoy this. I know this is a little different than my normal vlogs and stuff, but this is what makes me happy, and I always want to share little things that make me happy and you might be able to relate to. Also, check out the ones on TikTok. I'm surprised how many people actually have villages of their own. I thought it was just like a small community, but it's getting so much bigger, and I think it's because everyone is seeing it on TikTok and social media. So I hope you enjoy this. I'm gonna go turn out the lights so you can see it at night, and I'll close out the video. Love you guys.
Then you know it's Christmas when the snow starts to fall. Then you know it's Christmas for the children above all. Then you know it's Christmas 'cause Santa's on his way. We'll stand under the mistletoe, and then it's Christmas Day.